Steve Siebold back with mentaltoughnessblog.com. Well, happy holidays to everyone. Hope you have a great remainder of the year 2020, which was a crazy year for all of us, and I hope you'll stay safe out there. As one of my last blogs for the year, I want to talk about the mental toughness metaphor. I don't think you'll ever forget. I delivered this in speeches for 20 plus years all over the world. And here it is, and it relates to people setting big goals, which a lot of us do, including me, toward the end of the year, coming up to a fresh new year here in 2021. Well, people set goals. So the metaphor is the average person takes a boat out about a mile offshore in the ocean and puts the anchor down and is kind of floating around setting a goal. And the main goal for that person in this metaphor is to jump off the boat in the ocean a mile out and swim to shore. So what do? Well, they set the big goal like most of us do. At the end of the year, they get excited in anticipation of pursuing it, and they jump off the boat and they begin to swim. And in the beginning, it's exciting, like any big goal is, because you're thinking about the future. You're focused on your efforts in the present, yet projecting yourself as successful into the future. And you start swimming and swimming and swimming. And about halfway between the boat and the beach, the performer runs into a major obstacle, some kind of problem that he or she didn't see coming. And it seems insurmountable. And so the performer looks back at the boat and looks over toward the shore, and they're about halfway there. But the obstacles keep coming. The waves are coming in. The current is strong. The wind is blowing. The water is cold. Obstacles like we all run into as we're pursuing the big goal. And so the performer keeps thinking, should I swim back to the boat or forward toward the shore? And what happens for most people is they just continue to tread water until they drown, until they don't achieve the goal. They neither went back to the boat to safety to regroup, nor forward to the beach to achieve the goal. They missed the goal. They failed, not because they couldn't achieve it, but because they couldn't decide whether it was worth paying the price of success. I've done the same thing many times over the course of my 30-year career in building companies and businesses in 10 countries around the world. It's easy to do. It's not something that's beyond most of us. But the key here is do not fall into that trap in 2021. If you'll persist, if you'll continue to go forward in a worthy goal, right, towards something that really is worthwhile, that you really believe in your heart of hearts, or something that has proof that's already succeeded. You know, this year, 2021. My goal, along with my wife, Dawn, and my co-author and business partner, Tom Matthews, and a team of us around the country and in Canada, our goal is to teach people financial literacy, because people don't know how money works. In the richest country in the world, and including Canada, I mean, Canada is one of the richest countries in the world too, and of course the U.S. is the richest country in the history of the world. Most of our people are broke. They don't have enough money. And it's not because they're dumb, and it's not because they're uneducated. It's because they don't understand how money works. And if you don't understand how money works, you get sucked into things like bad loans and mortgages and car payments and impulse buying and lack of budgeting and lack of business plan if they have a company or a small business or a business of any kind. And there's a whole a list of things that people do that take them down this road of insolvency and lifelong struggle with money. And the craziest thing about it is it's not necessary. It's not that difficult. We're not teaching people how to trade derivatives on Wall Street. That is difficult. As a matter of fact, if someone can explain to you how a derivative actually works, they don't really understand how a derivative works. That's the old saying on Wall Street. And but we're not teaching that. We're teaching the basics of financial literacy because most people don't know them. We're running classes all over the country, all throughout Canada. We're going to run over 100 classes in this January 2021. So that's our goal. That's our big goal, is to wipe out the biggest economic problem in the history of the United States. Now, Granted, it's a big goal, but we're looking for teachers and educators and all kinds of people to help us do it. And we'll have thousands and thousands of people helping us. So we have a shot. So that's my big goal for 2021. What's yours? What's your big goal? Does it have any proof that it's going to work for you? If it doesn't have proof because it's never been done before, do you really believe in your heart of hearts that it can be done and that you or your team or your partners and whoever you're in business with or you're in life with can make it happen? Do you really believe it before you jump off that boat and hit that ocean, which is rough? Wind, cold, currents, salt water, sharks. Make sure you know, or you really believe you know, that you can do this and that you want to do this. So when you get halfway between the boat and the shore, you don't start treading water like most people do. Because if you do, you're going to drown. In other words, you're just not going to go anywhere, which is what happens to most people. Let's be honest. Again, in a country where the streets, the entrepreneurial streets, are paved with gold. I'm not saying it's easy. I'm saying it's there. The opportunities exist. And we're all doing different things and we're all interested in different things. But what is it that you want to do if you decide you really want to do this? Can you keep pushing forward? Can you be mentally tough enough to keep swimming toward the shore with the 100% belief that you can make this happen, or enough belief to keep swimming? Maybe you don't know, because if something you're trying to do has never been done before, well, then you don't know. But you have a really good idea. You've done your research. You've done your homework. You've talked to the right people. You've done everything you can. Because if you go in half-baked, you're going to drown. And most entrepreneurs do. Most business people do. They fail. Most small businesses fail within the first 5 years. And again, it's not because of lack of intelligence or education or even skills training or business knowledge. It's really the lack of will, because they don't really believe it. They get halfway because it's exciting, it's sexy, it's fun for the first half until it gets rough. And if you've never been an entrepreneur before or built a business of any kind, believe me, it's going to get rough. Nature of the beast. Now, when you hit the shore and you win the game and you hit the home run and the crowd is cheering, believe me, it's going to be sweet. If you've never hit the home run before in business or in life, it's hard to explain what that feels like, especially when you struggled and you fought and you dreamed about it and you sweated about it and you worried about it and you stressed out about it, and then you win the big prize. Wow. It's worth it. It's worth it. It really is, but it's a fight, man. It is a fight all the way through. So I just want you to remember this metaphor. Hopefully you'll remember for the rest of your life, because I think it's powerful. Just keep swimming. Make a commitment to yourself that you're going to keep swimming toward this big goal, especially in 2021, right? Coming off this crazy year. And you're not going to look back at the boat. Otherwise, please, don't jump off the boat. Just stay on the boat. Like if you have a job and you're secure and comfortable and you're okay with that, just stay on the boat and ride the boat out. There's nothing wrong with that, right? Nothing wrong with that at all. You can have a really good life in a secure position. That's fine. For some people, that's not enough, but for some people, it is enough, and there's certainly nothing wrong with that. Stay on the boat and be comfortable. But if you do want to jump off and make this entrepreneurial journey or building a business or whatever it is that you want to do, whatever the big goal is, jump off knowing that you're not going to stop swimming until you hit the sand or a shark eats you along the way. Don't look back at the boat. Keep swimming. Something to think about. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year, happy holidays, and look forward to seeing you on the next blog. Thanks.